bachelor and theater critic, Mortimer Brewster has just shocked New York society. He is about to be married to the girl next door.
Raised by his eccentric aunts, with his rather unordinary two brothers. One who is firmly convinced that he is Teddy Roosevelt, and the other bad son, who everyone was afraid of, left home many years ago.
You know, you can choose your friends, but unfortunately, you can't choose your family.
Or can you?
Marissa Shiflett
And David Ryder.
presenting Arsenic and Old Lace.
By Joseph Kessel.
Aren't you two going to be late for the theater?
No, we're skipping dinner, so we won't have to start for another half hour or so.
Don't bother, darling. I'm going to run over and speak to Father, and I'll be right back. I'll just cut through the cemetery.
Okay, dear, hurry back.
Oh, isn't she so sweet? We knew that she would be a good influence for you.
Oh, by the way, I'm going to marry her.
What? Oh, darling! Martha, come right here. I have the most wonderful news for you. Mortimer and Elaine are going to be married. Married? Oh, Mortimer. Yes, we hoped it would happen just like this. Why, Elaine must be the happiest girl in the world.
Happy? Just look at her leaping over gravestones. By the way, I left a large envelope around here last week. It was one of my chapters on Thoreau. Have either of you seen it?
Well, if you left it here, then it must be around here somewhere. Now, what are your plans? When are you going to be married? Certainly there must be something you can tell us about Elaine.
Elaine? Oh, yeah, she thinks it's brilliant.
What is, dear?
My chapter on Thoreau.
Oh, well, when Elaine comes back, I think we ought to have a little celebration. Oh, there's some Lady Baltimore cake left, and I can make some coffee.
Where can I put that?
You know, with your fiancé sitting beside you tonight, I do hope the play is something that you can enjoy for once. It may be something romantic. What is the name of it?
Murder Will Out.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, when the curtain goes up, the first thing you see is a dead body.
Yes, But I don't think that we can claim full credit for him because he just died. You see, because Mr. Midgley came here looking for a room.
It was right after you moved to New York.
And it didn't seem right for that lovely old room to be going to waste when there were so many people who needed it.
He was such a lovely old man.
All of his kith and kin were dead. It left him so forlorn and unhappy.
We felt so sorry for him.
And when he had his heart attack, you know, he sat dead in that chair. Remember, Martha? We made up our minds then and there that if we could help other old men to that same peace, we would.
So he just came here and just sat dead in that chair. How awful for you.
Oh, no, dear. It was rather like old times. You see, our grandfather used to have a cadaver or two lying around the house, and Teddy was digging in Panama. He thought Mr. Midgley was a yellow fever victim, which meant that he had to be buried immediately. So we took Mr. Midgley down to the lot, and we put him there. Now, that's why we told you not to worry about it, because we know exactly what's to be done.
So that's how all this started? This guy walking in here and just dropping dead?
Yes, of course, we couldn't depend on that happening again, so...
You remember all those jars of poison down in Grandfather's laboratory all these years?
Yes, and you know your Aunt Martha's knack for mixing things. You've eaten enough of her particularly.
Well, for 1 gallon of strong brewed coffee, I had 1 teaspoon of arsenic, a half a teaspoon of strychnine, and then just a pinch of cyanide.
It always does the trick.
Should have quite a kick.
Yes, as a matter of fact, one of our gentlemen found time to say, "Oh, delicious," before he passed on.
Well, I've got to get things started in the kitchen.
Yes, Mortimer, I do wish you could stay for supper. Martha's trying out a new recipe.
I couldn't eat a thing.
Oh, that's right. You do have to meet Elaine. Well, I'll leave you alone to your thoughts.
Oh, it's you!
Yes, dear. I'm sorry I'm late, but Father could see that I was excited, so I told him about us, and it made it very difficult for me to get away. But listen, darling, he's not going to wait up for us tonight.
You were wrong, Emily. I'll call you tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
But yes, I always call you every day or two.
Yes, Mortimer, but we're going to the theater tonight.
Oh, no! You see, no, we're not.
Well, why not?
Well, something has come up.
What? Oh, Mortimer, you've lost your job.
No, I haven't lost my job. I'm just not covering that play tomorrow.
Well, why not? Certainly you can tell me.
No, I can't.
But Mortimer, if you're going to be married...
Married?
Haven't you forgotten that 15 minutes ago you proposed to me?
I did? Yes. Well, as far as I know, that's still on. Now, would you please leave? That's something I've got to do.
Something you've got to do? Listen, you can't propose to me 1 minute and just throw me out of the house the next.
I'm not throwing you out of the house. Now, would you please get out of here?
No, not until I have some kind of explanation.
Lane, you're a sweet girl, and I love you, but I've got something on my mind right now, and I need you to go home and wait until I call you.
But Mortimer, please tell me.
Okay.
No, but
Bye. Hello? Happydale Sanitary? I have 2 aunts for you. No. You said you'd take my brother. Take my brother and my 2 aunts. No, I told you you'd take my brother. Yes, and you said you would. But I also need you to take my 2 aunts. Yes, I know what I've said, but something has come up and I need you to take all 3 of them. Okay. All right, I'll get the paper signed before you arrive. Thank you. Why do I have to be a Brewster?
Well, darling, now that we're moving, this house really is yours. We want you to live here now.
No, Aunt Abby, I couldn't. It's too full of memories.
But Mortimer, you'll need the house when you and Elaine are married.
That's very indefinite.
Mortimer, we're really very worried about something.
You're going to love it at Happydale.
Yes, well, we're very excited about the whole thing, but we don't want anything to go wrong. You see,
There's something wrong with the doctor said.